On today's episode of Benny and the Jet, we discuss the blockbuster Odell Beckham Jr. trade, along with other NFL free agent moves, the reveal of the March Madness bracket, and our favorite picks from the NCAA tournament. We also have an awesome interview with All-State lacrosse player and Brown commit Devon McLane, where we discuss his year at IMG, how lax is life, and whether you truly need a mullet to be good at lacrosse.
All right, Jet, let's get after it.
All right, today is Monday, March 18th, and Ben, it has been one hell of a week.
It has, especially
We've been talking about the Odell Beckham Jr.
for Giants fans. Very tough week, to say the least. I'm sure, as you guys know, Odell Beckham Jr., Giants, probably future Hall of Famer.
Breaking news, Odell's traded. He's
Right.
on the Browns. That's breaking news. No one knew that until today.
It was one of those nights where you can't sleep.
Yeah, all right, so a little background here. Ben is a Giants fan. I'm a Viking fan. I didn't feel the same way. I'm just going to give a little background here.
Sure.
So we've been kind of messing, me and John have been messing with you a little bit about this Odell rumors. And the rumors have been circulating, but there was no substance to it until, what was it, Saturday? I don't even know. When was the trade?
I believe it was a Thursday.
It was a Thursday night. Until that Thursday night. When you just get the text.
Geez.
It's like Odell Beckham Jr.
Let me
to
actually tell
Browns.
you how it happened. So.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna give you the floor here. We're gonna get you time to vent here because you definitely deserve it. Let the fans know how you felt and how you feel now.
A lot of people have wanted to hear this take because being a big Giants fan, it was a very upsetting night and it wasn't something that I was gonna get through in a day.
Yep.
It's like losing a family member.
Wow.
Yes.
A family member.
Odell Beckham. He was
your
part,
grandma.
He was
your grandma.
He was part of all of our hearts.
Just died.
So I'm sitting at my kitchen table. I'm banging out homework.
Got it.
Possibly physics homework.
Possibly.
Drawing some FBDs.
Classic FBDs.
My phone is buzzing. Sounding like a beehive.
A beehive.
I'm like, all right.
Swarm of hyenas in the form of bees.
They buzz. So I'm like, let me check my phone, right? Assuming it's just gonna be random text.
Yep.
I see check ESPN. I go to the app. Little jitters.
Okay.
Breaking news, Odell Beckham Jr. has been traded to Cleveland. And as soon as I read those words, I put my hands on my head, just seeped into a deep sea of sadness, and I probably stared at the wall for maybe 20 minutes.
You were depressed.
You
were depressed. You had
was
great
in an
depression.
unfortunate state. And that anger and confusion within my head was clearly visible, as I'm sure most of you saw. It was on the Instagram story. It was on the Snapchat story.
We'll put that in too. We'll put it in so that you guys can hear the audio and see how depressed Ben was.
Right.
Fuck!
That was 100% an authentic representation of what was going on in my head. And for those, gotta be a role model. Don't use the profanity I used in that video. All right, want to get that off here for all the kids that look up to me out there. It was tough,
millions of fans that we have.
Yeah. So on a serious note here, though.
Yeah.
This trade was an emotional roller coaster. Okay.
Right.
It went from what is this team doing? They ruined football for the next 4 years for me. To, maybe they got a plan. Maybe there's something we could get out of here.
So you happen to spin zone it. Because in my opinion, there is zero way to spin zone.
I think the biggest thing for Big Blue Nation to understand here is that an Odell Beckham trade was inevitable.
Okay.
We look back to last year, even possibly the year before. There's been rumors that the Giants have been trying to trade Odell. And for all you Giants fans that completely put this on Gettleman's back, cut the shit, all right?
Cut the shit, man.
Let me tell you right now, you can't put that on Gettleman. 100% guaranteed that it's not only his decision. There's people in Giants management, head office, that are helping make the decision. And no one really needed a crystal ball to see that there was beef between Odell and management the whole time through. There's always been talks like that. And, I mean, I think the biggest thing, we're going to be pissed about losing Odell. He's such an exciting player. We're going to miss watching him hit them folks in the end zone dancing every single weekend. But, look, it happened. You got to understand that that's something that we weren't going to be able to escape. But I think the bigger picture here is that it was addition by subtraction. That's what Gettleman called it. Addition by subtraction.
Because you're going to trust the guy that let Landon Collins, Olivier Vernon, and Odell go.
So what he said about letting Landon Collins away is you're going to pay that guy $12 to $13 million a year, and he was such a big Jabril Peppers guy. He wanted to draft him in Carolina.
That sucks. So
he said he's still on his rookie contract. Let me pay Jabril $1 million a year instead of paying Landon Collins. And he actually, Pro Football Focus had Jabril better than Landon Collins last year. So kind of going back to this Odell trade, which I hate talking about.
Yeah.
But I gotta
press Ben here.
Yeah, so we kind of touched about it. They were always fielding offers for Odell.
Right.
And now that he had such a big contract, that was gonna lower, what people would give for him because they had to have that whole contract that they had to pay off. So I understand that Giant fans have such a hard time dealing with this divorce between Odell and the Giants. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you got to look at the positives here as well. We had Jabril Peppers, who's a rising star in the league.
No, he's not.
He has the capability to blow up the play in the right scheme, a 17th overall pick, and a third rounder. And a lot of people don't really. It's a 17th overall pick. You're giving away Odell. Gettleman, I mean, I hate to say it because a lot of people are on his side right now, but he's a great drafter.
Right.
He's been known to be a great drafter. So, Giants fans, yes, we love Odell. Okay. And it's going to be hard without him because we love him so much. But, I mean, you just gotta... It happened, okay? You gotta deal with it. I mean, he's kind of creating this new dynamic in New York, and we're going to have to live with it. And the thing is here, if you're not willing to ride this process with the Giants, then you're not a Giants fan. You go wear a Browns uniform, Go be a Patriots fan. Go be a Rams fan because...
Go off, baby!
If you're not willing to understand what the Giants are trying to do here, start new, then you're not a Giants fan. You shouldn't be rooting on for the New York Football Giants every Sunday in East Rutherford. That's not what we're about here.
Hey man, it takes honor to be a New York Giants
fan. So look,
man.
Odell, we miss you, we love you, and Giants fans, we really got to embrace this ride that we're on because it's a new age, and I'm excited. Jabril, whoever we draft 17th, I mean, honestly, like I said, it's hard to see Odell go, but it's a new age for Giants fans, and although it was a depressing couple days, after thinking about it a lot, I think there's definitely a bright spot we can get out from here.
Nice. All right, that felt good. Vent there a little bit.
I definitely.
That was like a therapy session right there.
Honestly, I feel very great right now.
Yeah,
I could run a 5K mile.
So my thoughts on the spin zone. That was just quite possibly one of the biggest spin zones that I just have no idea where you went with it. The fact that Gettleman's a good GM, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? Makes a ton of sense. Letting go probably three of the most talented players on his roster, right?
You got to trust the plan, dude.
In Landon Collins and Odell, they have $28 million of dead money. Right, I mean, that makes sense. Love to see it. If you're going to trade Odell, why in the hell would you ever sign him to a contract? Why would you ever do it?
I mean,
that's Gettleman just being stupid. That's Gettleman sucking at his job. That's Gettleman being a horrible GM, and the only reason he got the job was because freaking Ernie Accorsi is in the management of the New York Giants.
Well, they weren't.
And they're best buds.
They weren't originally trying to trade him when they signed him.
Yes, they were. You just said it.
Yeah, but he was saying we're not going to trade. We're not signing him to trade him. And apparently in his interview,
I mean, because that's not what happened.
In his interview, he said things change. I mean, he said it's a business. He wasn't calling people trying to trade him. He said, well, listen to offers. He said the one thing in a business is you don't want to be the guy trying to give him away. So that's why he was fielding offers.
I still gave him away though, Ben.
He did, but I mean, like you got to spin zone it in some way because you can't just.
But do you have to spin zone? I think it was just one of the worst deals like the Giants could possibly make for the franchise.
You can't say that until they draft.
Okay, all right. That's the only spin zone you have right now is that the draft is coming up. That's the only spin zone you have.
And it's not like I'm saying Odell's a bad player, and it's
no. I understand that. I'm just saying like in terms of I think the Giants have probably the worst roster in the NFL right now.
That's not true.
All right, who would you put as the worst roster in the
NFL? Probably the Cardinals.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. Top three.
The Giants still have like legitimate players.
Like who?
So they got Zeitler. He's good.
Zeitler's
He's an
good.
All-Pro.
Zeitler's good.
Probably the best running back of all time, Saquon Barkley.
Okay. All right, Saquon. So you have Saquon and Zeitler.
Sterling Shepard's a solid player. Jabril Peppers, the future. Janoris Jenkins, he's solid.
A whole lot of solid there. Same with the car. Everyone in the NFL is solid.
Give me some solid. I'm happy.
They're gonna go 3-13 next year. It's tank for Tua time, unless they if they draft a quarterback in this year's draft, what they did with Odell might go down as the stupidest move in NFL history. Stupidest move in NFL history. If you're going to draft a quarterback to get him on a rookie deal, that's the best time to build around him. Trading away quite possibly the best asset in the NFL in Odell Beckham Jr. at the wide receiver position. He's a stud. He's one of the only receivers in the NFL that can take a slant 90, 95 yards to the house.
But there's so much more to it. Like
how? He's top 3 receiver in the NFL, hands down.
Yeah.
I think he's the best receiver in the NFL.
I'm agreeing with you there, but it's like the Giants, like they knew that they weren't, like it wasn't going to work out like they expected. Like they weren't going to just randomly draft a quarterback and win a Super Bowl with Odell. Like they both were having conflicts the whole time, and they had to get rid of him.
Okay, so if you get rid of him, you can't draft a quarterback in this year's draft. You can't.
You can.
No, you can't.
You can.
Because they're going to throw him into the fire unless they think Eli Manning is going to somehow
what
win.
They're doing, but that say they draft Rashawn Gary. Say they draft Rashawn Gary 6th.
Okay.
And say they draft a receiver 17th. Say they draft
AJ Brown.
Okay,
that's okay.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
Or say they draft a quarterback. Say they draft Drew. Say somehow Drew Lock's there at 17. They signed Golden Tate.
Be stupid.
They did sign Golden Tate. It's like they're not. It's not like they're giving up. I forgot to say Golden Tate on the roster. It's not like they're giving up. They're just kind of like switching things up. Like they're losing Odell, but they're still like Gettleman was saying. It's not like they're still looking to win games next year. It's not. People are saying it's a full rebuild.
No, it's a full rebuild.
It's not a full rebuild.
It is a full. If you're starting Eli Manning at quarterback next year, it's a freaking full rebuild. Eli Manning is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL right now. He sucks.
I guarantee you the Giants go. You said 3-13.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a terrible.
Fine, let's bet on it.
Okay.
Let's put something on it right now.
Mindawaskin.
Jumping in Mindawaskin.
Yes. I mean, it's going to be a long time until that bet hits.
That's a long time. That's going to be in February,
Giants
Give me something else. I'm willing to do a lot, though. Like, there is no way. Over, under 3.5 wins. We're setting the line at 3.5.
Oh, so now you're...
Makes sense, yeah.
Over.
I'm saying the under. So what are we going to put on it?
What do you want to put on it?
I want to put something big on it. Something big. Something huge. Think of something. I will jump in an ocean. I'll jump in an ocean.
Bro, we love jumping in oceans.
But in February. I will jump in an ocean in February if the Giants win more than 4 games.
So will I.
So if we're betting, this is the jump in the ocean bet.
The polar plunge.
The polar bear plunge.
Betting the Jet polar plunge.
So if the Giants in 2019 win more than 4 games, I will jump in the ocean. If the Giants in 2019 lose more than or win more than less than holy shit. If the Giants win less than 4 games, you will jump in the ocean.
All right. Better get a new bathing suit.
All right, fine. You too. That is.
I mean, we're going in together?
Let's freaking go. What if it's at, the line's set at 3.5. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, so.
There you have it.
You're still.
Jets going in the ocean.
All right, so.
You're completely.
One more thought on the Odell thing.
Okay. I
feel like people always overvalue picks, right?
They do.
So if you're getting a first and a third, everyone looks at like, oh, okay, like a first round pick is amazing. He can be a future cornerstone, but the amount of times that it doesn't work out is extremely high too. Like you could be drafting like a solid guy. You're not going to get Odell. The likelihood that you're going to get a player of Odell Beckham Jr.'s caliber at 17 is extremely low. Or in the third round, it is extremely low.
Yeah.
Put it at like 5%. He's one of the most athletic players in the NFL right now. He's just a physical specimen, right? You're not going to find him anywhere else.
You're not wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get like everyone thinks that this first round pick is some like magical, they're going to pull it out of their ass and they're going to get like 2 like Hall of Famers. That's not going to happen. You're not going to find another Odell Beckham Jr. at 17. I'm sorry to tell you, Giants fans, Gettleman is a shitty GM. You guys just, I can't say that, but you guys just absolutely screwed up your entire franchise. The entire, like, why draft Saquon too? Why draft Saquon at 2 if you're going to rebuild?
Please.
If you're going to rebuild, why draft Saquon at 2?
What do you mean?
You're going to have to pay. By the time the Giants are relevant in the NFL again, they're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to pay him probably the most money in the league.
Like, how else are you going to... If you don't have draft picks, how else are you going to feed a team? You're saying you're not going to get another Odell with 17. That's how shit works. You draft good players, and you get Odells.
You're not going to find another Odell, though.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Why not?
Odells don't grow on trees, man. Odell is a top 3 receiver in the NFL. You're not going to find an Odell at 17. You're not going to find a caliber player at 17 like that.
You could.
A Hall of Famer. A top 3 receiver in the NFL. You think you could find a player that is in the top 5%? 5%. Boston. 5% at their position at 17. You think so?
Well, I think it's not just about finding the best receiver. They're going to try to find...
No, I'm not just saying receiver. I'm saying, like, all positions.
Yeah.
You think...
Yes, that's just how the draft works. You draft guys and they become the best players in the league.
It doesn't happen overnight. Like, it's not like...
I'm not saying it's happening overnight. Yeah, they're not going to have another Odell on their team by next year. But, like, for the sake of what the Giants are trying to do, like, if they're not going to have Odell, you have to get picks.
Odell also brings just an enormous swag factor that the Giants will not be able to replace. Probably never be able to replace.
Well, I mean, Saquon has it too, but...
Saquon has a swag factor, not as much as Odell.
It's something.
It's yeah. I mean, you're definitely gonna
you're bringing back the feelings here, Jet.
You're bringing. I'm bringing out depressed Ben. Depressed Ben's one of the funniest Bens, though.
The depressed Jet is not.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want to be around depressed Jet. When the Vikings lose, depressed Jet comes out of the box.
It's like a punch in the gut. Just waking up, looking to my right on my wall, and just having a big poster of Odell catching that one-handed catch over the Empire State Building.
Or the picture right there behind us right now.
Or the signed picture of Odell behind us to the left.
Yeah.
But, Odell, we wish you the best. You know, you're going to be Hall of Famer. A lot of people are saying Super Bowl champs. Not there yet.
Browns?
Possibly in the future. Not there next year.
Let's definitely talk about that, though. Where do we stand on the Browns right now in their outlook?
It's all on paper.
Obviously, and I think no sport tarnishes paper teams more than the NFL. Like the Golden State Warriors, we're watching them right now, but the Golden State Warriors, you could put together a superstar team in basketball, and it'd be so much easier than putting a superstar team on paper in football. Mm-hmm. Just because when the pads are out there, man, you never know. You never know what's going on, man.
There's a lot of bodies out there.
On paper, the Browns are clearly the owners of the AFC North right now.
I
clearly.
They're not Super Bowl caliber, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it takes at least a year, especially with Freddie Kitchens' new head coach. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to take at least a year. I do think they're going to make the playoffs, though, this year.
I agree.
I think they will win the AFC North. Because I think the AFC North is ridiculously bad right now.
Steelers are corrupt.
Yep.
I mean, the Falcons, Lamar
Falcons
Jackson,
are NFC, but close. Those are the Ravens.
Oh, Ravens. That's what I meant. Sorry. Both birds.
Both birds.
We love birds here. What bird was that?
That was a cardinal.
Goldfinch?
Yeah, that's a great bird too. I think so. Might be. Goldfish? Goldfish.
Goldfish is not a bird. It's a fish.
Snack that smiles back.
Goldfish. Sponsored by Goldfish.
Alright, but I do think the Browns are going to make the playoffs. Anything else? I mean, they're out. I think in 2 years they're going to be a Hall of Fame caliber team. I think it's going to be like Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville sucked for about 10 years, and obviously they didn't have a great year last year, but I think that's mostly on the shoulder of Bortles, but I still think that the Browns...
Bortles just got signed by the Rams, so good for him.
Good for Bortles.
He's
the boat.
Coming on here soon.
Oh.
Right?
I mean, he loves to come on podcasts, so...
Big podcast guy.
I would love to get Blake on.
All right, let's step away from the Browns for a second.
Yeah.
Who's the best team in New York?
Now with the Le'Veon Bell signing, I think the Giants are going to win 3 games next year. So I think
not talking about the Giants, specifically the Jets. How good are the Jets?
How good are the Jets? I think people are still overhyping them a little bit. I think they're going to be middle of the pack AFC. I don't think that they're going to be as good as people think they're going to be. I don't think there's too high expectations right now around.
Right. It's kind of just like
It's just a good amount of solid right now.
Yeah.
It's all about if Darnold's going to take that next step too.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible. I don't see him as being this guy that's going to take over the NFL though. Like some people do.
Who, Darnold?
Yeah. I see him as a solid top 14, like maybe a little worse than Kirk Cousins. People are going to hate that comment.
Wow. I already hate that comment. But
You think Kirk Cousins is worse than Sam Darnold?
Yes.
You think Sam Darnold is better than Kirk Cousins right now?
I hate to say it, but
that is absurd.
The Jets,
I'm not a big Kirk Cousins guy right now.
Jets are going in the right direction.
Kirk Cousins is a big. I want to say that so bad, but Kirk Cousins, he's the least intimidating quarterback in the NFL. I don't know why we're going off a tangent about Kirk Cousins right now, but he's the least intimidating quarterback in the NFL.
A lot of voice cracks, too.
A lot of voice cracks, too, especially when he's making pregame speeches. He thinks he's like.
No,
anyway,
give Sam Darnold, Le'Veon Bell, and honestly, I think they're gonna make some stuff happen.
I think they're gonna win like 7 games
because they are unfortunately in the same division as the Patriots.
Yep.
Which it's gonna bite them.
It's gonna hurt them
for the next
definitely
couple
hurt
years.
them. I think they're gonna win 7 or 8 games though this year. I think they're gonna be a lot of solid. Anthony Barr totally spurring them. Shout out Anthony Barr. Love to see it. Coming back from Minnesota. Yeah. I mean, we have no cap right now, which sucks. And Rob Brzezinski.
Did you ever get a kicker?
No, we still don't have a kicker. We're probably going to draft a kicker. But we have, like, negative...
That's going to work.
I think we have $2 million in cap space right now, and we have to sign free agent... Or draft... Like, we have... The draft signings are going to take up $3 million in cap space. So we need to get rid of... At least
you're
$1
broke.
million.
You're
We are bankrupt right now.
That's why you're
Skull Vikes. Love to see it. No, 1,000,000% rather be a Viking fan. But, yeah, I mean, obviously I think the Jets are New York's team right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Jets Giants this year. We'll be there.
Well, we will be there. But, what do you think of the Le'Veon signing right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Putting that with Osemele, is that how you pronounce it?
Osemele. Osemele.
I was going to say Osemele, but it's Osemele.
He's a top 5 guard in the NFL.
He's awesome. I'm a big Kelechi guy.
Mm-hmm. Power run scheme.
I mean, Le'Veon is just, he's a game changer.
He is a game changer.
Like, and that's all a rookie quarterback needs. Mm-hmm. You need that guy, that can help you out. I don't really know, they signed Crowder, but their receiving core, I don't know if it's still Robbie Anderson, and
is Curse still there?
Anun was there, I believe.
Curse might still be there.
They might have cut Curse. I know they got Anun though. But
they just signed an extension.
The defense, they got Mosley running the middle now.
Mosley's a stud, by the way.
They're getting the players, and I feel like their defense they always have a good. They always have a solid defense.
Especially like Jamal Adams is probably the best safety in the NFL.
I mean, I'm really they're clearly going in the right direction here, which is the process that the Giants are about to take. Except they're starting with Saquon, so that
makes sense.
That's fun, but I mean, new coach Gase, he's a robot.
He's wild, dude.
He's crazy.
He is wild.
But yeah, I mean, any team would love to have Le'Veon. He's one of those guys. Like,
all right, let me rephrase. He is a rapper. He's got a lot of swag too. We talk about Odell swag. Le'Veon's got swag too.
He does.
One more question though.
Okay.
When is Le'Veon going to ask for more money? He turned down $14.5 million from the Steelers on another franchise tag, which is why he sat out this year. And he's only getting what? What was he getting? 12.5?
Yeah, not a lot.
Look it up.
Honestly, he's a big money guy, but the fact that he signed this contract, I'm gonna say, no time soon.
No time soon.
Yeah. Okay. So I think he's completely focused on.
That's more of a joke.
The Jets, like where they're going, trying to win games.
I mean, he's getting more guaranteed money with the Jets right now, and I think that's more important for the running back position because you never know when these guys are going to grow old and get cut. Especially Le'Veon's, turning the corner on 30 right now, or obviously coming up. So he's growing older. I still love the signing. I think anytime you get that kind of explosiveness in the backfield it's awesome.
This free agency has just been some
it's wild.
Some Madden trades.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm
definitely gonna have to get Madden 20 though, and just get the new updated rosters because that's a must.
You do, man.
Yeah. So that was our breakdown of free agency. A lot of Odell stuff there. March Madness. March Madness bracket just released yesterday.
Let's go, baby. Best time of the year.
It is the best time of the year. I love this. Like, going to school at 12:40 in health class
You
on your phone.
completely take the knee in class.
Oh, yeah. You take a mental knee.
Put it on your lap.
Not even the lap. Sometimes I just do the binder. I just send it.
Wow.
I'm bold.
That's
So,
good for you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
I might try that out this year.
Yeah. So I think we're going to talk about it on the other side of the interview, what our Ben's bet and Tills' takes are for March Madness. Mm-hmm. It's the best time of the year. Like, no other way to describe it.
It's madness.
That's a great description.
I think I might have.
Madness.
March Madness. Did I just come up with that?
Shit. You might have.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, we'll talk about, we'll go really in depth on the other side of this interview.
Oh, yeah. Get ready.
If you want to recap the tourneys a little bit, we got the Big East tourney. Seton Hall, no big deal. Beat Marquette. Tills takes over Ben's bets. No big deal. Just wanted to throw that in there before we get to the interview.
It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a big deal, actually. But we have an interview with All-State lacrosse player Devon McLane coming up. He's committed to Brown. Talk about a lot of fun. Hell of a kid. Talk about a lot of fun stuff. He's gonna break the points record for Westfield. He was telling us, like, he's gonna break hella records this year.
There's a list.
There's a list.
5-page DBQ
of the amount of records that Devon McLane's gonna break.
Yeah.
So that's big.
A lot of lax.
Lax is life. It's life.
That's what he's
saying. It's a mentality. So let's get to the interview. All right, here he is, Devon McLane. All right, we now welcome on two-time county final MVP, future Westfield points leader, and the first player ever in Westfield high school history to record 100 goals and 100 assists, Devon McLane. He's also going to Brown University, so.
Great to be here, Benny and the Jet.
Yeah,
it's great to have you on, man. So let's get into the first question here. This is kind of, this phrase goes around town. Everyone's heard it. Is lax life?
That is true. Lax is life, and Jet can attest to that.
I mean, lax is it's a mentality.
What else would it be?
It's life.
Life is lax. Is it the sport of the future?
I think so.
I mean, fastest growing sport in the world. Fastest growing sport in America.
It also
fastest sport on 2 feet.
Isn't it one of the oldest too? Isn't that?
It's the creator's game. So
it is the creator's game.
It's the creator's game.
Is that what they say?
Give us the history of lacrosse right here. Yeah. Quick synopsis.
Yeah, no, history is tough, but I mean, I feel like one of the things for lacrosse is, like, you gotta have a mullet. So, like, if you don't have a mullet, like, can you be good at the sport?
I mean, look at Jet and you'll find.
I mean, clearly I don't have a mullet, so I suck at lacrosse.
That is a
there
fact.
There we go. Do the mental math.
There we go.
Next Friday,
not even mental math. It's just like, it's a visual.
Next Friday when he gets that mullet.
Right.
It's game.
Is that?
I mean, so I'll be good now. I'll be good. Okay. So once I get a mullet,
I'll
be
scheduled? Is that scheduled
good.
next?
I don't know. I don't really want to change my hair. My hair's it's better than a buzz cut. So
mullets next Friday.
Mohawks and mullets. Yep. I'd usually get Jet to just dye his hair. Like, just
bleach it?
Bleach
should
it.
I just go? No. Should I just gotta go like blue hair?
I'm down.
I mean, I'm down too.
Shave the eyebrows?
Yeah, I'm down too. Oh, that would be a look.
You down?
That look.
I'm down.
Whole team shaves their eyebrows?
Captain shave.
I don't know about the whole team, but.
Only Jet?
Jet.
I mean.
Are you down?
I don't know. Not really down.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
you'll get the mullet and then you'll be good.
Okay.
So.
All right. So. You are a reclass. You went to IMG. Mm-hmm. Take us through that year at IMG. Like, why did you decide you wanted to go there? When did you decide like you wanted to reclass and just dominate the sport of lacrosse?
So, when I was in 8th grade, my first 8th grade.
First 8th grade.
I tore my meniscus and broke my leg. And back then, the recruiting process for lacrosse was so early, and they'd be recruiting 8th graders and rising freshmen. So I figured I would be missing out on a lot of that, and it was just a good opportunity that came about to go to IMG. Mm-hmm. I went with my good friend Matthew Angelo. So we headed down to Bradenton, Florida, and suited up for the Ascenders.
Wow,
that's the nickname of IMG.
Yeah,
the Ascenders.
IMG Academy Ascenders.
What's an Ascender?
Yeah.
Not really sure.
Someone that just ascends. Someone that just goes up the ranks. So basically, they're saying they're better than you.
Wow,
everything they do.
symbolic.
Wow.
Is IMG like a college? I feel like when you go there, it's like a straight up. It's got like a. I feel like it has a campus.
It's bigger than Delmarton, right?
For sure, no doubt. It's 500 acres.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
World-class athletes there, so
You got pools?
it's an experience. Pools?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It's Florida.
All right.
You ever meet Tiger Woods there?
I have not met Tiger Woods there.
See, like, we-
Not Maria Sharapova, though.
Really? At IMG?
Yeah.
See, I told you. Like,
Yeah,
so,
Cam Newton.
Really?
really?
They always, all those athletes train down there.
So, like, they train at IMG and, like, you, like, get to see them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right in the same gym as you.
So you're pumping iron with Cam Newton.
Oh,
just bam, bam, bam. In the bench, you know?
Cross team did a workout with Maria Sharapova.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She
little
fit?
red ball workout.
Really?
She's definitely fit. She's in
good
shape.
for her.
She's in shape.
Good for her. What was the coolest thing about IMG?
Coolest thing, I'd say probably being with like so many different types of athletes and different types of people to learn from. So, I mean, when I was there, the quarterback was DeAndre Francois, the Florida State quarterback.
Wait, so is that like, is it, like, is 8th grade a part of, you went there for 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
So is 8th grade like a part of the whole school, or is
Oh,
it like
yeah.
individual grades have like individual
No, yeah,
sections?
It's
all
one big
combined.
building,
Okay.
yeah. There's
family.
K through 12 there.
K through 12, really?
And postgrad.
They're sending their kindergartners to
What they're
IMG
doing-
Academy
They're
here,
just
man. The
lifting,
ascenders.
just
All
bench like
the
squatting
people,
450.
All the, like, you get Germans and all these people from European countries.
It's
send
just
their kids
it's a
there.
melting pot. It's a melting pot.
They send their kids there in kindergarten to go get trained by like a coach.
Like Cam Newton.
And it's mostly for tennis, where they're the only sport they can do it.
Are they
is tennis.
nasty at tennis?
And you see like little kindergartners running around like playing tennis all day.
Really? That's pretty cool. So, what was it like to be like in a completely different grade when you got back to Westfield?
That was definitely a big change, I think. Like at first it was pretty hard because I came in and I actually tore my ACL, unfortunately, coming in.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate.
So I was coming in with a torn ACL, so I couldn't play football or another sport to like meet kids.
Could just be the stud football player that you became.
Oh yeah.
But then I guess like soon enough, like I started to meet kids and hang out with everyone. And I think people thought I was like some type of
Yeah, that's right. You can curse.
no, I was kind of like
I know it.
kids had some like preconceived notions
Yeah.
about me, like just because I was.
You're too cool for school. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
lax.
Lax is life. you know?
Lax is life. It's a mentality. It's a brand.
But everything worked out. I'm
brand.
really glad I did it.
Yeah. So when you came back to Westfield, was you the first attackman
Yeah,
to
so
start
what was
as a
it?
freshman?
Like you were the first attackman to start as a freshman, like
varsity.
all games as a freshman.
Yeah, I don't think like no one else has done that. I'm pretty sure.
So how did just coming back, like you knew you were gonna get that spot? Like how'd that play out?
You know, I mean, I kind of just put my head down and grinded. Like I really didn't think I
That's
was.
mentality right there. That's Lax's life.
I didn't
Gruden
really know
grinder
if I
right
was
here.
gonna get the spot or not. There were a bunch of good kids competing for it.
Yeah.
But it worked out, and I got to play with James Bollinger for a year, which was great to learn from him.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a great team that year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So everyone has kind of unique experiences, right? And I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but this is just a question that we ask everyone. You know, it's a pretty universally sound
Right,
topic.
it's common.
Yeah, it's very common. So have you ever had an interaction with someone where they laughed so hard that they threw up?
You know, funny that you say that. One time I was driving my Patriot carpool home, and Jet happened to be in the car. And
I love this story, dude.
was watching a video of what was it?
It was just a video. It's just a video.
In his driveway.
No. I think it was like didn't Cam like show it in the back or something? Like it was something like
Either
that.
way, like I guess Cam's in the front seat. I'm driving. We're pulled over in Priscilla Lane.
Okay.
We got the video playing on the dashboard.
Funny video.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Next thing you know, like Jet just starts coughing up his Burger King.
Yeah, wasn't there a blue Powerade as well?
What I had was a blue Powerade and an Oreo milkshake.
That is true.
That's a combo, right?
Dynamic duo.
We all got the Oreo milkshake. I was like, you know what? I got to replenish the fluids. Got to go with also a blue Powerade. Came back to bite me. That's ultimately what happened.
Throws up everywhere. Blue is all over the backseat of my car, and on top of this, it was finals week.
Oh yeah.
So we were grinding.
It was.
I had a Spanish final the next day, but Mrs. Toya helped out, cleaned up, and we were all set.
I mean, I feel like it's a pretty normal thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a common
especially
thing.
when you're downing Oreo milkshakes and blue Powerades.
Exactly.
It's
That's
like,
definitely a very common
You kind of
thing.
expect that to happen in a sense.
Definitely. That's why I said like we ask everyone.
Yeah,
it's a normal thing.
Yeah, it's a normal question. Exactly. Exactly.
Everyone. So to kind of go back to lacrosse here. Big goal scorer. You know, he's a walking bucket. What's your go-to celebration?
My go-to celebration.
Do you have one? Are you a celebrator?
No, you're definitely a celebrator.
Last year, I was a big ice sweeper guy.
Okay.
I did that a few times, maybe too many times in one game sometimes, but that was usually a big go-to. I guess just like celebrating with the boys.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
Just
you gotta do.
Ferda, you know.
Relax his life, you know.
I'm gonna give you some recommendations here.
All right.
I highly recommend the guitar.
The guitar.
Definitely,
Stevenson.
definitely bring that in.
Definitely.
Maybe like you sit on your stick and kind of like Harry Potter, like you're riding it, you know.
It's Quidditch, playing the game of Quidditch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe like a bang, hit the baseball, look up, home run.
All right.
So I don't know.
You're gonna have to definitely improve your celebration game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're scoring 100 goals, like we're gonna need you to get at least 10 of those goals have to be A+ celebrations.
All right. We'll do.
So, what's it like to be able to just sting a corner? Because like me personally, I've never been able to do that. So what's it just like to sting a corner?
It's not because of him not having a mullet. He
suck.
can't do it.
You know, it's a great feeling, but nothing like putting one past the goalie off stick hip.
Okay.
Right.
That's just the Gruden grinder right there. Not even going for the showboat. Just the
overhand bouncer off stick hip.
Those are great. Those are great finishes. Yeah, exactly.
That's textbook.
It's textbook.
Yeah, and so you talk about scoring goals. You've had a couple, your fair share of scoring game-winning goals here. Can you quantify how much the town of Summit hates you?
I don't think I could put a number on that. It might be a little high.
Honestly, because like...
But I'd say these younger generations of Summit don't really understand it, so it's...
They will, though.
Yeah, they're definitely... They're like, the county final game last year... Every time that you touch the ball, they would boo you, right?
That is a fact.
So I mean, you own real estate in their head. We talked to CJ about the same thing.
Yeah,
he's ripping stingers.
Duff and I both own the town of Summit.
Exactly. You own the town of Summit too.
Confirm it.
It's a co-ownership.
He is co-founders of
Exactly.
We sometimes rent it out too, but
Okay. I mean,
cool.
that's on occasion. You know?
and this year with us both playing on the same field,
It's dangerous.
Oh yeah, no,
it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
a lot
they'll
for the
pop
county
back in the comment section this time.
We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, can they just send out the Raiders to the county final?
Oh, whoa! Little Scotch Plains action.
Sheesh. So, kind of step into the recruiting process a little. When did this this whole process start for you? At what age were you thinking?
Because lacrosse is like really early, especially.
It's
I mean,
one of
they
those
just made the new
sports.
rule, but especially like when you were getting recruited, it was like 8th grade, right?
Yeah. So I started getting recruited in the middle of my freshman year, and then made my decision to go to Brown towards the end of my freshman year. So
I mean, yeah, sick brag there.
Pretty normal. What made you choose Brown?
I think, I always wanted to go play Ivy League lacrosse, just like my dad did, because my dad went to Penn and played. So I always looked up to him. He went to Westfield, and it was always something I've wanted to do. You know, going to Ivy League lacrosse games as like a child, like watching them with my family. And I think when I stepped foot on Brown, like it seemed like the right spot for me. The coaches were awesome, and it turned out to work out well.
Yeah, right. Definitely. And what schools gave you like a look or an offer? Can you release this information? I don't know.
I'd say I got like more looks after I committed.
Really?
Yeah. Than before.
Damn, I didn't even know that Like they continue to recruit you after you committed?
Yeah, like towards in the middle of my sophomore year and
I mean, if you're committing freshman year, you got a lot of
in the
time.
beginning of
Yeah,
my
that's
junior
true.
year. But
So coaches are trying to like poach you away from Brown.
yeah, I mean that was.
So UNC's calling you up and saying like, "Yo, like Larry Fedora here." Is that no? That's the football coach actually.
Maybe he's still calling him.
Maybe he's still calling him.
Football guy over
Coach
here.
K's like, "Yo, like Devin, you got to get your ass down to Duke right now, ASAP."
You never know. A few
Whoa,
months. No,
you got a call from Duke, Coach K?
it's not Coach K.
No, I know. I'm saying.
if you're-
But I'm saying, did Coach K call you, being like, "Yeah,
once
like we need you
Zion's out, How are
down"?
they going to replace him?
Exactly.
So,
Devin McLane. There we go. We
You
have the
did have
answer.
a pretty stellar football career, right?
I did.
Do you have some stats there?
Some stats, I was just an A1 grinder on the
Right.
football team.
On and off.
Classic
Special
grin grinder.
teams, They threw me out there a couple times on the corner, so
Good.
killed it. I think I
Good.
had like maybe like 3 tackles of my own, and then probably 33 combined tackles.
See,
Oh,
like
that's-
those are great stats.
You don't hear that every day.
Numbers.
Can't
Yeah.
make those numbers up.
You
Can't make that.
Numbers
You
also
can't
don't
make that
lie,
shit up.
so I mean that's a great year.
I mean, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Numbers.
I
don't.
love that. That's a great quote. That's a
We might
put that
have to-
on a shirt quote.
I was about
That's
to say
put
that.
that on a quote shirt.
Put it on a sock.
On a sock.
It's a
Benny and the
long-
Jet socks coming out
It's a
soon,
long
man.
sock. So like, how many coaches texted you from football? Like I know, I heard like Bama was like kind of interested, but
Yeah, I'd say like Clemson was the most interesting.
Clemson,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
and for cornerback,
They were looking for a QB actually.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Hank was
They
like,
were- yeah. I mean, this year I just kind of Hank's like going through his recruiting process, so I figured I'd let him play QB.
yeah, that's
Right.
true.
So why not? And
I
then
mean,
I
be
just
the bigger man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, way to be the bigger man there.
Yeah.
be the bigger man.
So, in reality, how many coaches actually text you for lacrosse though?
I'd say it was more so coaches reaching out to my club coach.
Okay.
And then telling me they were
Chuck,
interested.
the Chuckster?
Yeah, the Chuckster.
Chuck Rubling.
Chucky Rubling.
Gotta love Chucky Rubling.
So yeah, the coaches would reach out to him, and then, but I was pretty set on my decision to Brown, so I told him just tell anyone who reaches out that
I'm going to
set.
Brown. Yeah. So like, did you like what other schools were interested? Can you talk about that or no?
I'd say like I definitely wanted to go to Penn pretty badly, like, going through, and Harvard.
Yeah. A lot of
Big
Ivies.
Ivies.
Yeah.
Got to be a smart kid to go Ivy, you know.
We'll see.
We will see.
And we're definitely gonna say here that's a little bit of a
But
Foreshadow.
yeah.
there are a bunch of schools, so
okay,
awesome.
it's a
yeah,
good process.
yeah, cool, sick rag.
Can't reveal too
So,
much.
what was the coolest thing that you did on a visit? Like, is it like going like take us through when a coach wants to like see you? Like, do you get to like tour the locker room?
Are they giving you
like,
gear?
Yeah.
They are not allowed to give you gear.
That illegal?
That's an NCAA violation right there, dude. I mean, if you give like
Just give 'em a-
if a coach gives you like $5,
give 'em a hat.
that's like a violation.
Yeah.
So,
Something
but
good-
what was the
good
coolest
answer
thing
with
that?
no there?
What
I
was the
mean,
coolest thing that you
like,
saw?
Pretty much all of them are the same type of deal. You go, you tour the locker room, see the field, see where they practice, and then just walk around the school's campus.
Oh,
Talk
okay.
to any of the players, or are they kind of doing their own thing?
Well, when I visited, all my schools they were in the summer, so school wasn't in session. So
That'll
I
do
didn't
it.
get to do that, but
So it's not like you're hitting the clubs around the school like
Yeah,
the
no.
football guys do.
So,
like,
it's a hypothetical time.
I think it is hypothetical time.
All right, let's get into it then. You ready for some hypotheticals?
of course.
All right,
You got to be ready.
we got 3 here for you. So number 1, if you had the ability to be invisible for a day, what would you do?
I don't know. It's a tricky little question.
I mean, that's why they're hypotheticals.
No one
Like,
can see you. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer.
There's definitely a dirty answer too,
Yeah,
and there's
there are.
a
I'm
non-dirty
not
answer.
that type of guy.
He's not.
I mean, that's
Respectable
good.
guy.
Respect
Yeah.
that.
I think we all are here. We can all
definitely
agree.
are. We all are.
I mean, I don't know. I guess like.
I feel like a lot of people would say I'm robbing a bank.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but that's not.
You gotta be-
I wouldn't rob a bank.
It's not. Geez.
So you have high morals, basically. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I don't need to do that.
So
So you're good with money.
And not saying I'm good with money, I just for my moral.
would you
conscience, like,
want to
You're more
be
compass.
invisible for a day if you could?
I'd rather fly for a day than be invisible.
So now he's rewriting the question.
I'm not.
You can't do that.
I'm not
That's
rewriting- I'm not
giving
rewriting the question.
yourself
Well, now
power.
let's go off of your question. If you could fly, where are you gonna fly?
Africa,
Why?
definitely Africa,
Why?
and then I'd go on a safari.
Just to see the animals.
Yeah,
You don't even have to go on as far. You can just fly around.
yeah, exactly.
So you have your own
It's
safari.
an all 22 look at the
Exactly.
safari.
Yeah,
I love
bird's eye
film.
view.
Film.
Bird's
yeah.
eye view.
I would go to Hawaii. Just Just
If you could fly.
I would like get above a volcano that's about to erupt. The volcano erupts.
How do you just know which volcano is going to erupt?
Because I know the ground.
You're just like feeling it. You
exactly.
just get
I know the
there.
ground.
Cool.
It's like it's one of those scenarios.
You know the
where it's
ground?
like-
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I just I'm like
Till you
I'm ground guy. Exactly.
Swim god.
Swim god. All right, another one. If you're stranded on an island and you can only have 3 objects, what 3 objects are you taking?
3 objects.
You're alone. You got to survive.
Like what type of objects are we thinking? Like
Any objects.
Like if you had
It can't be like a boat though.
Yeah.
It's got to be like
Yeah.
I would
objects.
I'd bring a knife.
Okay, I like that. That's
Like
that's a good choice.
Like a machete or like a
Oh,
Swiss
yeah.
Army knife.
No,
Like a butter knife.
Because
Like
a
a-
machete can
like
do
a
like
suck.
what the Swiss Army knife can do, and you can kill.
I don't know.
You can kill.
You can do a lot with a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Just chip real peppers right there.
Chip real peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My
we got
second object
machete.
would be maybe I'd bring a tent.
Okay, that's a good one.
You see,
You gotta have somewhere.
that's the soft answer though.
What
Because
would you do?
I'm building something.
You're building a
All right,
adventure.
fair enough.
I'm cutting trees down with my machete, and I'm building like a
Like, oh fuck.
sick tree house.
What if I could build?
Okay.
What if I could build a cooler treehouse with my tent on top?
I mean,
That what's the use of the
You
tent
wouldn't-
then?
You wouldn't have a nice balcony like I will with my tent. It'll protect
but if you have
some
3
things.
objects, and you could build your own thing,
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Scratch the tent.
I'm trying to give you some.
I'm trying to help you out here.
Bring a lighter.
Oh, that's a good one too. I like that one.
Don't know how to start a fire without it.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, dude. Everyone knows how to do that.
Do you?
Nah, I wish.
Yeah, me too.
We could probably learn that though.
Yeah, definitely.
So lighter, machete. So this is just strictly survival right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna bring any like fun things, like a TV.
Like a, little lacrosse stick.
Yeah, I mean he loves
Well,
he
yeah,
lacks his life. Lacks his life.
Can I build my own with my machete?
I don't know. Can
It
you?
is the creator's game, so
All right. So he doesn't need it because he can build it. I mean, technically, you could build anything. You know.
Yeah.
Not the builder.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Ben.
He could. I believe in you with that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then my third. I don't know, maybe I bring a.
Well, what are you thinking?
I was
What
gonna
you would
say a
say?
water
What?
jug.
What? I mean,
I'd bring like something that cleans dirty water and makes it
I
clean
like a
water.
life straw.
Don't know what
What
that
is a life
Yeah,
straw?
what is that?
You take environmental science.
No.
Miss McLaughlin told us all about the life straw.
Enviro?
you just
Yeah.
put it in water and you drink it.
You could put it. Get
So I do that.
That's a hack.
Yeah, that is a hack.
How much
I'm
does that
doing
thing cost?
no clue. It's for like people
Jeez.
in third world countries though.
Cool.
They gotta get the clean water.
Yeah.
It's all about
Flint, Michigan.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
That's actually when we learned about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan? Mm-hmm. So, we're going to take one step away here from the hypotheticals real quick.
Tell you a little input. I like
Tilly's input.
Yeah.
How many hours of lacrosse do you think you've played in your life?
My life.
If you can quantify it. Because you just love the sport. Like, when you think of Devon McLane, you think of lacrosse and loving the sport of lacrosse. So how many hours do you think you put in?
I would say it's hard to put a number on that because especially at IMG, like you played so much lacrosse, but even here, definitely hit the wall every day.
I mean, you
Every
have
day?
to.
Gotta get the stick better.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to think, like every day from once school starts or once school ends, like so 3, count at 3:30 to like 7:38. I'll play lacrosse.
So maybe this is a better question. How many hours in the day do you think an average day, do you think you play lacrosse?
I mean, especially in the spring, like now with practice, I'd say like 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. Just
So
like
4.5
Friday.
That's a lot of
times.
hours.
4.5 times 18 years.
But not.
Whoa,
not every
wow.
day, though, because
14. Wait.
No, 18 years.
I'm talking
Kid's
like
18 years
strictly
old.
in the spring.
This kid had lacrosse
Because
like when he
of-
was in the womb. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually came.
Did
up
you?
with it.
Came out with a mullet too?
Yeah. Actually, what happened was, and one day I just woke up and just looked up to God and said, "I love my country."
Yeah.
And
What?
A bald eagle flew down
Yeah.
and cut my mullet with its talons.
This was actually it couldn't be the day you were born because you wouldn't have hair, but it's like
There's a few.
No, he had a mullet coming out of the womb.
No, I mean allegedly this bald eagle swooped in. And,
Yeah, the Eagles.
My bad.
and then what popped in your mind after that happened?
Then it's just said, like, let's go play lacrosse.
Then you
Relax his life. Relax his
It
life.
said, you have a mullet now. Relax his life. Just flew off. You're like,
This guy's
I
yelling.
love my country,
I love
man.
my country, man.
What a great country.
Tell you
we
what,
live in
man.
today.
I love my country, man.
Oh, you want, man? I'll tell you he's getting back on the Gruden voice already.
I'll tell you what, man.
All right.
I love my country, man.
Great country. All right, back to the hypothetical?
Yep, back to that video.
This is the last one. It's just the one we do with everyone. Just kind of know what you. I don't really know how to say.
Future
it.
plans.
Future plans, I guess.
Future plans for, like, how
No, that's not the question.
wasn't
That's not the question.
That was the question. So the question is, if you had $50 million, what would you do with it? What would you buy?
What would I buy? I would probably buy, like, a nice house in, like, Bora Bora or something.
Okay.
For the
Bora
family.
Bora. For the family.
For the family.
So you're a family guy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Chicks dig a family, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so I'd probably buy a few houses around the world.
Around the
So
world.
big house guy.
Yeah, buy a private jet. And
Jet.
Fly the family around, fly the friends.
Isn't a private jet like
Okay.
$400 million?
No.
No.
400
I'm looking it
million.
up.
Dude.
There's no way.
I think a private
$400
jet to
million.
maintain.
All right, fine. Maybe I could charter a private jet
Maybe you could build one
Whoa.
with my machete.
with his machete. What are we looking at here?
$3 million to $90 million.
So not.
So maybe I was off a little bit with the $400 million guesstimate.
You were off a lot of it with the 400 million.
$90 million is still a lot of money. A $90 million private jet. That is
Private jet, houses, Bora Bora. Anything else?
I feel like that's it. Maybe I'd donate some to charity
There we go.
for the kids.
for the. I mean, yeah.
Cars for
exactly.
kids. You know.
KARS.
Plug it. Cars for kids. You know, I don't really know how
sponsor.
to. How do you plug Cars for Kids?
I don't know.
By Hyundai.
No, that's
Sponsored by a
only
lot of
that's only
things.
story time.
1-800
right?
Flower. Yeah, story time is sponsored. So, like the story about me throwing up from laughing. That's
sponsored
Hyundai.
by
That's
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah, I forgot to say that.
That's sponsored by Hyundai.
Sponsored
yeah.
by Hyundai Story Time.
Yeah, and then we have 1-800 Flowers. It's just a key sponsor too, especially
Valentine's
on
Day.
Valentine's Day. So shout out 1-800 Flowers. They contacted us pretty early in the process, and they love what we do.
Yeah.
So
Love what they do.
yeah. You got anything else, Ben?
No, I think it's been a fun time. It's great
Definitely been a
having
fun
you.
time.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Of course.
So you're now a recurring guest. Everything you do, we got to say it to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you do, any goals, any stats, you breaking the 100 goals, 100 assists. We're gonna have to put that on the story here. We're gonna have to get you. We're gonna have
Keep
to
you in the
plug you
loop.
exactly.
Plug you.
Recurring guests. Maybe you want to plug us too.
of
where it's
course,
going
of
back and
course.
forth.
Yeah.
So
Mutual plugging.
mutual plugging
relationship.
exactly. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Sounds good, fellas.
Let's get back to the pod.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. It's time for Ben's Bets Until You Takes March Madness edition. Jet, best time of the month, best month of the year. It's March.
This is March.
It is officially March.
It's March. March is madness.
March is madness, and as we know, Jet, there usually happens to be a lot of upsets in March.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. You can beat anyone you want in March. So, for this week's Ben's Bets Until You Takes, we're going to give you our two favorite upsets of the tournament, and then also our first round mortal locks.
Yeah. Well, I think, like, before we do that, what do we think of the tournament this year? What do we think of the bracket? How we like in the bracket? Honestly, like, I would have liked to seen a couple more upsets I can get behind. Like,
Really?
Like last year, Loyola Chicago. I'm going to keep pounding it. I had Loyola Chicago.
You did.
There's no team in this bracket that I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this guy all the way, this Cinderella all the way to the top. But that's what makes it
That's what I'm going to say.
exciting.
That's what they want you to think.
Exactly. And then it's like, bam, UC Irvine. Bam.
Hey, there you go. A
There
little
we
foreshadowing.
go. Foreshadowing. Right
On that
there.
note, let's get into my first Ben's Bet of March Madness. I'm taking the 13th seeded UC Irvine over for Kansas State on Friday at 2 p.m. I mean, if you ask me, 2 p.m. sounds like perfect time for an upset.
Oh,
you
so
know?
it's a gorgeous time slot.
You're getting home from school, put it on, game winner. I feel like that's what R.J. Hunter did with Georgia State a couple years ago. They're perfect.
I will always remember watching that.
Yeah, and you know, come March, you gotta love a team that can shoot the ball. Mm-hmm. Shooting 36% from behind the arc, something that catches my eye in March. Gotta love guys who could shoot.
Sheesh.
Honestly, I was a little surprised that they were a 13th seed. I thought that they could have been 12, possibly 11.
Kansas State too. I think Kansas State's way overhyped right now, especially.
Agreed.
You know, I think they have a couple injuries, right?
Yes, they do. I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, UC Irvine averaging 10.4 fast break points, which is compared to Kansas State 7.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas State, team that turns over the ball a lot. See UC Irvine, getting some turnovers, creating some buckets out of that. And like you said, they got some injuries on their hands. Dean Wade, senior, he's basically the heart and soul of this Wildcats team. And
He's gone.
He missed the Big 12 tournament. And as you saw in that, they were booty.
And we're booty.
So injured ankle, and assuming he doesn't play in that first round, they're going to take the L. So another thing though, UC Irvine, they're the Anteaters.
What a name.
They get extra,
What a nickname.
They get extra points for that in my book. So take
big
it.
facts.
13/4, cash money upset. There we go.
I'm with you on that too. I like that pick a lot because I actually like them going all the way to the Sweet 16 because I'm liking Oregon to upset Wisconsin too, and then it's like bingo, bango, bongo, a little bit of a 1-2 punch here, counter punch. UC Irvine, bam, Sweet 16.
Mayweather.
Hit him with the 1-2 Mayweather. For my March Madness upset of the week, upset of the year, the Yale Bulldogs. The Yale Bulldogs are going to shock the world and destroy LSU.
Destroy?
Destroy. They're going to destroy. By 1 point. By 1 point.
Okay.
They're going to destroy.
That's destruction.
All right, watch this. Watch this name pronunciation. Mie-Oni. Mie-Oni.
I think you got it.
Mie-Oni. M-I-Y-E-Oni.
I'll give it to you.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
He's about to pop off. He's averaging 18 and 7 a game. He's a legit NBA prospect on Yale. Not often you see the nerds come up with a legit NBA prospect. So I'm liking the Yale Bulldogs. Honestly, I always pick the Ivies.
Yeah, you're a big. I was about to say
I always pick the Ivies every year.
Huge Ivy guy.
Except last year. But every year.
Last year though?
No, they didn't. I think it was Harvard. But 2 years ago, Princeton won.
Yeah.
I'm liking the Yale Bulldogs to surprise LSU. LSU is also going with an interim coach right now.
They are.
Because their old coach was paying players, especially Naz Reid. Shout out Naz. But he was.
Naz is a real one.
He's a real one, getting paid $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
According to the guy was on the phone and he got wiretapped and he said it was a great effing deal. That's how he got caught. So way to go out, coach for LSU.
Not make it obvious. Is there a chance he comes back? Do we know anything about
I don't think so. He's done for the year. So they have an interim head coach. Never like to see that in the NCAA tournament. You like to see a head coach with some experience. I'm liking the Yale Bulldogs to pull off the upset. Always pick the Ivies. Bingo, bango, bongo. Yale Bulldogs upset of the year. March Madness.
Hate to say it, Jet, but I'm going to disagree with this.
No, I mean you're wrong. I mean this is a 14 seed about to beat a 3 seed. Upset of the year. I'm right. Ben's wrong. We're gonna see. On I think it's the second game. It's a 12:40 start. Be there, be square. Go watch the game. Yale Bulldogs upset of the year. I have them in my Sweet 16 because Belmont's gonna upset Maryland too. I'm a big upset guy.
Yeah.
Belmont's gonna upset Maryland. They're gonna win the playing game, upset Maryland, and then gonna lose to Yale. Yale Bulldogs. Book it right now. Book it. Sweet 16 for Yale. Book it.
It's a take.
It's a take.
Wrong, but it's a take.
Nope, it's right.
So now that we did our upsets, because we don't want to reveal too much of our brackets, because they're obviously
because we're right, exactly.
We're gonna win $1 million
we don't want to. We don't want to let all you guys know what the perfect bracket is this year. We're gonna try to keep it on the DL.
Even though we have different opinions, we'll both still be right.
Exactly. We're both gonna be perfect, even though we have completely opposite views on a lot of stuff.
So you heard the upsets. Now let's go to the teams that we're feeling pretty confident about in this first round.
Mortal lock, the March Madness mortal lock in the first round.
Yes, and these are the teams that we're guaranteeing will not get upset.
And hold on, I think to make this a guarantee, we got to do something special.
All right, let's hear it.
If our guarantees has to hit, if they don't hit, we got to do something, like a pie to the face, the cinnamon challenge. We have to do something so that people know we're legit. We're betting.
We should let the people decide.
We should let the people decide. So we're going to let you decide. We're going to put a poll on the Instagram.
I love that.
What are we going to do if one of our mortal locks loses?
This should not be a problem, though. Because we are picking.
Because it's the mortal lock, exactly.
We're confident with. We're saying
my mortal lock is going to the Final Four. So
I don't know about
there we go.
The first round.
So I have a crystal ball. I'm an oracle. I know exactly what's going to happen. No, I'm going to
especially on All-Star Weekend.
Benny going full Oracle on All-Star
So let's get into it.
Yep, we're going to get into it.
Texas Tech and Northern Kentucky. This is a game I look at. I watch Northern Kentucky in their conference tournament.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't think they're good at all. Don't even know how they made the tournament.
It's a take.
And
they probably won their conference.
That is what they did. That is indeed how they got in. So they're known to be a team that relies on turnovers and fast break points. And if you've ever watched Texas Tech play, that's not the way they do with things. You know, they're moving the ball constantly. Very, very good with ball control. You know, they're one of those teams that they never do, like, they won't lose because they do something wrong. It's just other teams will do it better. So they're not going to mess up. I expect this game to just...
Woo! Voice crack! Was that a voice crack or not?
A little. I'll give it. No,
Sorry,
good call.
guys.
Good call. It could have been...
I thought it was a lot
Did you
worse
have a
than
voice
that.
crack on the... Or?
No, that was just me getting hyped for your voice crack.
Okay.
You sure?
We'll check the tape. But
Okay.
We'll re-listen to it, maybe. I don't know, maybe like a little... But all right, anyway. So Texas Tech is going to absolutely slaughter. Don't be surprised if it's a blowout. There you have it, Ben's bet. My March Madness immortal lock of the first round, Red Raiders. Let's get it.
My mortal lock of the first round is going to be Florida State. This is a Final Four team. They're looking really good. They beat Gonzaga last year, right?
Right, last year, New Year.
Well, New Year, new Florida State, except for the fact that they're also going to beat Gonzaga again, except for the fact that they're not going to play Gonzaga. So that was a
little hint.
Little bit of a
hint
twisting turn. So I'm looking at Florida State, right?
Right.
Florida State basketball. They're solid.
Mm-hmm.
They're a whole lot of solid. They're playing Vermont on Thursday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about 2 p.m. It is a time for upsets. Not in this case. Mortal lock. Florida State's they got a lot of talent. They can also shoot the ball too. They got height, they got size, they got speed. They got everything. They're going to be a Final Four team. Lock it in. Mortal lock of the week. Mortal lock of the first round. Florida State, the Seminoles over Vermont. That is my mortal lock of the week.
You know,
They can hit free throws.
I have some weird, like, inner feeling that somehow Vermont's going to win this game.
No, I mean Vermont. Hey man, you gotta love a small state.
You gotta love gut feeling.
Coming out of nowhere to shock the world. You know, it's like the 7-footer from Lithuania at the end of the bench.
Yeah.
You never know when he's gonna strike, but not
cold
today.
place versus a warm place. Cold places always win. Warm teams never adapt.
Have no idea what the fuck you just said.
Even though it's indoor, you know when like if they're saying, I remember it was the bowl game. It was football, so it's different. But it was Michigan versus Florida. So they're saying, or no, it was the Wisconsin. Who did Wisconsin play?
Oh, in the
They played some warm team.
Oh, Miami. They played them in the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, they couldn't handle the cold. So
hey man, the conditions.
Assuming it's a cold gym.
Except for the fact that it's inside. But yeah, those are our mortal locks of the week. Mortal locks of March Madness. We are super pumped for March Madness. We created a bracket. If you guys still want to be in the bracket, it's $10. You still have time. You can Venmo Ben or I. Great grammar there. You can Venmo either one of us. You can pay us anyway. We have about 50 people in it right now. If you win, probably, you will be able to come on the pod. Talk about your picks. Talk about whatever you want for around 10 minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun, though.
Little bonus feature.
It's a little extra nugget you're going to want to win. And we're putting a poll on the Instagram saying, what do we got to do if one of our mortal locks
what we got to do?
lose? Except for the fact that they're not going to lose because they're mortal locks.
Yep.
So.
But if they did, somehow, in some planet, some way, shape, or form, you'll make us do something crazy.
All right. Time for question of the week.
I think so.
So, question of the week. Would you rather be able to control fire or water?
Fire or water? Like, this is like, it's ringing like Avatar in my head.
Yes, it's
fire.
Avatar. Fire. Water. Isn't that the intro for Avatar? Yeah.
Rock. Is it? Wait, is
I
it?
think it's rock. No, it's earth. It's earth, wind, fire, and water.
Earth, wind, and fire.
Yeah.
Is that the?
What are you taking? What? The what?
They sing September. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What the hell are you talking about?
Do you remember?
20%.
Yeah, there we go. I'm telling you, they sing that. I'm going, give me water.
Why?
Give me agua.
Dude, I'm liking fire.
There's a lot of water on the planet.
That's your big argument, that there's a lot of water on the planet.
And if I can control all of it,
You know what I mean? That's so easy to just make a fire, though. You can just... Imagine being, like...
I could put the fire out.
I would be the greatest fireman in the world. But if my fire can overpower your water, then I will just dominate.
is that like...
When the winter solstice comes in, like in Avatar, oh my god, you're donezo.
I mean,
You're donezo.
are we in Avatar, though?
Yes, we are.
Wow, that's a take.
Avatar is... I don't know.
Gotta get the little arrow, you know, the little
Wind,
fire,
water, rock.
No, is it rock?
I don't even know what it's. No, it's Earth. Yeah.
Do it again.
Earth,
ASMR.
wind, fire, water. I'm liking fire though. Honestly, like I think
wind. No.
like
Wind
fire. If I could control fire, I would probably be the most powerful man in the universe.
Not when I'm controlling water and I'm just putting fire out.
But if
What do you do? What
if
do
it's
you
like
do?
a California wildfire versus a bunch of firefighters?
So if you control fire, can you could put out fire, like, or are you just
Yeah, no, I can. No, I can like put it out and also like exhaust it.
exhausted?
Exhausted.
A fire
Yeah.
extinguisher.
I'd be Batman for fire. I'd be
Fireman. You'd be a fireman.
I'd be the
Yeah.
Batman version of fire guy.
If I can control water.
What's the fire superhero?
In the Fantastic Four, that guy.
I don't even know.
The guy that's just like fire.
That would be me though. That, like, how dope would it be to just cruise on fire?
Wait, so are you like?
Boom, boom.
Is that what it sounds like?
That's exactly what it sounds like. It's
Yeah, it's the same thing, but with water. All right, so hear me out here.
yeah.
There's a lot of people on the earth that are unfortunate they don't have the water they need to live.
Yeah.
I could help them out. You, on the other hand, if you're having fire, what are you gonna do for the people in
People need fire to live.
poverty?
You ever walk up to a homeless guy like shit, like you're cold, fire, bam. Just solved all the world's problems.
Can I make
World
warm?
peace is just achieved.
Can I make
because
warm
I can
water?
Control fire.
Can I control the
You
temperature?
can control any. It's everything. Everything about everything
Can I
about
make
water.
ice, or is that not included?
No, that's not included.
Then I was gonna
You're
say
not Mr. Freeze, right?
Frozen. Wait, what was the guy?
Frozone from
Honey,
Incredibles.
where's my super suit?
I said, where's my super suit?
Love that guy.
So I think that's it. I'm going fire. You're going water.
Agua. Big agua guy.
Yep.
Gotta hydrate. Hydrate up.
I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
For the future, we're gonna come out with we have a couple new segments in mind that we're gonna do here to try to spice things up. We realize we've been doing a lot of questions of the week, and we've had a lot of fun with that. But we're gonna try to mix it up, try to continue to do question of the week, but also get in some new stuff. Try to create extra content. I feel like we've said we have a couple extra content ideas coming, but for like 3 weeks. But we really do. We have a lot of extra content stuff. Unfortunately, our conspiracy theory guy got a concussion, which sucks.
You hate to see it.
That's something you hate to see.
He'll be on eventually.
He's going to be on eventually.
And also, just to sort of put this in here, Sherm was unable to make it to the second half, so he was not able to let us know whether he would go fire or
He would
water.
definitely go fire, though. You do agree with me.
No, I feel like he's going water.
No.
We'll ask him.
Okay.
And also, update on the merch. It has been purchased, has been ordered. It's on the way. Keep you guys updated. We did get extras, so if there's anyone that wants to buy a shirt, DM us, snap us, text us.
Yeah, and always definitely like DM the Instagram page, tweet us at the Twitter. We love fan interaction. For the 2 fans that listen to this, the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, this is good. I don't know who's gonna listen to this because it's like a freaking hour and a half, but it's the longest pod of the career. We needed to make it long just because there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah. Odell, March Madness, Devon McLane.
Solid interview.
A lot going on.
Yeah, we have a couple really good interviews coming up, though, that we're looking to have planned soon. A lot of really good content.
Good episode.
Yeah, you got anything else to say?
I mean, I think the only thing I got left to say is Arrivederci. We'll see you guys later.
Doses.